Curry on Curry. Steph launches a three and hits it at the buzzer. Curry, another three. Bang! Steph Curry does it again. Curry behind the back. Drives, pulls back, puts up a three. Bang!
When the season started, no one was certain what to expect from Steph Curry. Without any All-Stars alongside him, would he be able to carry this team as the only shot creator on the roster? Would they be able to win games relying on the former MVP at 33 years old to be superhuman every single night? Well, over his last 11 games, he's not only shown he can do exactly that, but he single-handedly kept the Warriors in the playoff hunt, got people putting him into the legit MVP discussion, and has me thinking this guy could end up being, pound for pound, the greatest player of all time. Of course, there are a few others that would have an issue with Steph being called the GOAT, but nobody, and I mean nobody, has affected the game as profoundly as this cat does. And that has to count for something. I mean, look at these numbers over the last 10 games. 72 threes is the most anyone has hit in a 10-game stretch. He broke 40 points in 5 of them. His effective field goal percentage is over 70%. He's increased his free throw attempts by 62.5% while nailing over 90% of them, while the Warriors have won 6 of their last 8. His presence on the floor increases the team's offensive rating by over 12 points per 100 possessions, and he's doing all of this while facing double and triple teams as opponents are willing to let anyone besides Curry shoot the ball. It shouldn't be so hard for defenses to take away Curry's three-point shot. And yet, he's taking over 14 per game in this stretch and hitting half of them. And many are in transition as he gets just past the half-court line, whether the defense is in position or not. We've known this for a while, but it's always amazing when teams don't have a defender waiting for him in the backcourt, since he's looking for any opportunity inside of 40 feet to let it fly off the dribble. When we see Steph just dribble right up into these shots inside half court, it's almost like he's saving the offense time. Why run all that fancy offense with the passing and the movement when you can just pull from 35 with a hand in your face and earn 3 points? It's exactly the kind of time saving you'll get from Blinkist, helping you absorb more nonfiction books from cover to cover. They've got tons of books that are condensed into just 15 minutes so you can quickly absorb the information. Plus, they've got a whole library of full-length audiobooks. I'm listening to Dr. J right now, and there are so many other resources for coaches on Blinkist, like Playing Their Hearts Out and Furious George. The first 100 people to go to Blinkist.com/BBALLBREAKDOWN are going to get unlimited access for 1 week to try it out. You'll also get 25% off if you want the full membership. Blinkist makes it easy for you to expand your mind, which is what happens to the defense when faced with Curry simply dribbling down the court. 2 players are on him, a third comes over to contest, and it doesn't matter since he can pull from 7 feet behind the line. In this blowout versus OKC, Steph decides to have some fun, knowing he doesn't even have to pass to anyone, weaving through no less than 4 defenders before turning around and sidestepping into this closely contested corner 3. I mean, hardly anyone can isolate off the dribble and find enough room to get behind the line in the corner. And yet Steph has been doing this lately, 1-on-5, with no room to get these off, and still rainbows them into absolute perfect swishes. Until last night versus the Sixers, most of his off-the-dribble threes were coming off of isolations, and these are the display of pure skill that makes you marvel. He gallops to the right, stops on a dime as Marcus Smart jumps too far to his left, through the legs gets Curry back towards the middle and Smart jumping again to get in his way. Watch how Curry plants the right foot in front to stop and immediately to push backwards into space. Now check the stutter steps to get him quickly behind the line with his active dribble and maintaining balance the whole time. His eye gaze gets to the rim before he gathers, which could act as a shot fake, and then sinks the arm swing up with the right toe tap. Smart even gets there to contest, but Curry has proven that it really doesn't matter what the defense does short of blocking the shot. And with his ability to control high arcing shots, don't hold your breath for someone to ever swat one of his threes out of the sky. We can't pretend he can just take on the entire team the whole game, and we're still seeing their old standby, the low post split. And they add an extra screen by the trailing big man before he runs off the post entry passer screen above the elbow. Normally the defense switches, but the Celtics foolishly try to let Smart go underneath this screen, and with Steph going to his left and hopping into the shot, there is no way to get close enough quick enough to bother this one. Notice how they like to run this on the left side of the floor, since Steph's shooting hip and elbow are already aligned to the basket in this direction. The Thunder simply aren't prepared for one of the Warriors' most common actions, and again, notice the hop to get balance, alignment, and rhythm with plenty of room to splash this. Another favorite action of mine that Curry has mastered is the drive, kick, and replace, this time with the added help of the Bazemore pin down. Oftentimes, once a defender sees his man pass the ball, he relaxes, and Maledon falls asleep. The standing order in the Warriors' offense is that if you see Curry coming towards you from the basket area, you set him a pin down. Ripped straight from the triangle offense, the Warriors are running their basic motion when Damian Lee sees Steph being denied the swing pass. This triggers a Draymond high post flash and a backdoor cut called the blind pig. However, with the way Steph's been shooting, of course he stops on a dime to turn this into a handoff and a wide open three-pointer. Here's a similar concept against Denver, where Green takes all the focus on the drive. Looney is the safe outlet pass, but Curry cuts in behind him to create a brush screen, and that's all the room Steph needs for this catch and shoot corner three. Last night against the Sixers, it was almost like Steph realized he hadn't hit a lot of threes using a ball screen and hit no less than 7 of his 10 bombs out of the pick and roll. That's the thing with Curry. If he notices an area that's not working well, he'll fix it right quick. I am worried about his ankles. He turned the left one against the Celtics and was able to play on, but he almost rolls the right ankle completely, falling down instead of putting the full weight of his body on it. And by the way, it didn't seem to bother him one bit as he eventually isolates on Peyton Pritchard and just embarrasses him with another crazy bomb. But later on in this game, this misplaced foot plant almost makes him fall over again, indicating something isn't quite right with his wheels. But, like the title of this video says, Steph Curry is a basketball god. To give you a quick glimpse into what he's going through in terms of defensive schemes, here the Nuggets flirt with a double team before sending Campasso all the way over to force it out of his hands. But the whole offense is predicated on either watching Steph do his magic or help collapse the defense to get him an opening on the catch and shoot. He still had to sidestep a closeout, shoot while someone was running at him, but another absolutely perfect swish. But we can't ignore how he's been able to score when a defense somehow stops him from shooting three-pointers. While he's taking over 61% of his shots from deep, that means there are 39% of his shots from inside the arc, and his 62.2% field goal percentage is in line with most centers who only dunk and grab offensive rebounds for putbacks. Much has been made by fans of the lack of pick and rolls Curry runs, but it's kind of nonsense if you ask me. The Warriors' offense functions with the ball screen as its primary mode of attack. Plenty of Draymond drag screens early in the clock force the defense to step up above the three-point line, where Curry just throws the ball ahead and splits the defense to get into the lane. He adds a little ball fake to an off-foot lefty layup over Lopez's contest. Same type of screen by Looney, and Hartenstein needs to be high to prevent a quick pull, but could never keep up with Curry on the split. Who's got every option in the book before settling on the easy layup. By setting the screen this high, it allows for Curry to get off a three-point shot, but it also forces the screener's man so high up that it doesn't take much for Curry to blow right by for all manner of creative finish. And even when he's got two guys breathing down his neck, one an expert shot blocker over 7 feet tall, he does a quick hezzy before lifting off both feet in rhythm back to the right side of the rim underneath the trees and soft off the glass. Even when they're able to keep him fanned out on the perimeter initially with a hedge and then pinch to stop a layup, who else do you know that shoots a step-back fadeaway floater? I mean, what? Because Drew Holiday stays attached and Lopez is in good position to contain, the offense flows into secondary action, which is the key to what makes him impossible to guard, moving without the ball. This turns into a pass and chase pinch post attack. Lopez cannot keep up, and the eye gaze and slight pause lures the help into the air, enabling him to flip this gorgeous inside hand reverse into the basket. Their staple on the sideline out of bounds is having Steph set a back screen on the inbounder, then come off the pin down looking for the ball. The pick and roll is well defended, so they again flow into a give and go action, shooting a lefty running hook on the way down through contact softly off the glass is the kind of skill we only see from maybe 4 other players in the NBA. Out of horns, he comes off a double pin down on the left side into a handoff out top. This leaves only Lopez in position to guard him, and there's no way he's stopping Curry here. Teams will top lock him out of concern of his catch and shoot ability off a pin down, and so the offense clears the basket area so Curry can cut back door for the easy finish. All this clever offense I've shown you doesn't just generate shots for Steph, and this is where the fun starts. Steph is an effective off-ball screener himself, something you don't see from many point guards. And watch how both defenders freak out at the prospect of Steph coming off the pin down to his left, and then how quickly he gets this pass to the cutter before the defense can even react. Talk about a quick release shot, this pass is just as quick and deadly. They run flex action by having him set the slice screen in the left corner before coming off the pin down into the handoff. He strings out the dribble to lure 2 defenders to him, patiently waiting for Looney to roll in front of the help defender for the easy pass, easy finish. Coming off this pin away, watch Steph end up weaving through all 5 players before getting to the restricted area and creating the wide open corner 3 for Oubre. He's faced with this type of defense on almost every possession. He's so dangerous. How dangerous is he? He's so dangerous coming off the pick and roll, however, that it consistently leads to both defenders involved in the action stepping out to Curry, and he's mastered all manner of hook pass to get it around and over the defense to the roll man, and also has the timing and accuracy to deliver the pocket passes perfectly so there's not much the roller has to do besides put the ball in the basket. There have only been a couple of other players who've put together 10-game runs like this, but not with the kind of high-volume three-point shooting and sheer audacity of many of these shots. Curry knows he's going to shoot it, the defense knows he's going to shoot it, everybody on TV knows he's going to shoot it, and yet he leaves us speechless time and again with the kind of dribble move combo that stops defenders in their tracks and gets him just enough of a sliver of daylight to release that ball in a majestic arc through the air and down into the basket. At 33, he shows virtually no signs of slowing down. In fact, he might be more bouncy than ever. And while he's already established himself as the best shooter of all time, I think it's time to take that a step further and acknowledge that Stephen Curry is the most skilled player of all time.